Dr. Combe was a renowned psychologist in the local area. His extraordinary abilities had even earned him personal commendation from the mayor. One evening, he was preparing to celebrate with his wife, but as soon as he entered the room, he discovered that someone had broken in through the window. Suddenly, a shadowy figure quickly passed behind him, running towards the bathroom. When Dr. Combe reached the bathroom door, he found a man inside. Seeing the trembling, frightened stranger, Dr. Combe assumed he was a nearby addict. The man said he had been Dr. Combe's patient 10 years ago, a patient from a single-parent family who possibly had a mood disorder. Dr. Combe had once promised him that he could definitely cure his illness. However, the man found that his symptoms were getting worse and worse. It was Dr. Combe's promise that had kept the man waiting for 10 long years. But by this time, Dr. Combe had long forgotten about this man. Feeling ashamed, Dr. Combe decided to help the man once more. However, the man directly shot Dr. Combe with a gun and then chose to end his own life. Seeing the bleeding Dr. Combe, his wife was beside herself with grief. Due to feeling very guilty about the man's situation, sometime later, Dr. Combe decided to go and help another patient who was deeply suffering from this kind of illness. He set his sights on Cole, a child from a single-parent family who shared common characteristics with the man. In order to understand Cole's living situation, Dr. Combe quietly followed him to a church. Every person harboring fear has their own sanctuary, and this church was Cole's sanctuary. Cole, who had no playmates, could only spend time with these toy soldiers every day. Dr. Combe was very curious about what the young Cole would talk about with these toy soldiers, but Cole said a lot of things in Spanish that Dr. Combe couldn't understand. Cole didn't have much trust in the man in front of him. He didn't dare believe that anyone could truly understand his pain, but he still harbored a bit of hope. When he left, Cole took a statue with him. That night, when Dr. Combe returned home, he called out to his wife but received no response. There was also no dinner left for him on the dining table. By this time, his wife had already fallen fast asleep. Dr. Combe knew that he had neglected his wife for another day, but the thing he had to do now was to first decipher the Spanish sentence Cole had said today. He decided to go to the basement. Dr. Combe spent the whole night looking through Spanish dictionaries and finally translated what Cole had said today. The translation was, "Oh God, I cry out to you for justice." Dr. Combe was very surprised by such a mysterious sentence.